Although I'm not a 3D printing guy, I do like to keep tabs on things about once a year, and as it happens, an opportunity came along to see what things are like at the next level. This video is sponsored by HeyGears, and in it we will explore the Reflex RS Turbo. It came well packed. I mean, they all do these days. You got most of the usual fare here, spare screws and Allen wrenches, instructions, although curiously, no USB thumb drive. What I'm used to is that it comes with a thumb drive with a known test print and a free version of some slicer. Now what I came to learn later on, as you'll see, is no test print is needed, the thing handles anything you throw at it, and they just have you download their proprietary slicer from their website. The whole product family is in a clean black, which I love. They're like monoliths from 2001, and they're a nice aesthetic fit in my workshop and not bad to look at right next to my desk. You can just pour resin directly into the vat like any other printer, but these resin cartridges can be installed upside down in this slot in the back of the printer. There's also this pulsing release control module. I didn't have the pulsing machine add-on, but allegedly this helps with releasing from the bottom of the vat, though I will say I had no issues in all my test prints. Honestly, the printer is plenty good enough on its own that I don't think you need it, especially for its price. Wireless setup was very easy. The phone app is ad-free, lightweight, and performs crisply. We'll see in a bit that you can slice your print jobs and send them over network direct to the printer. Not live streaming, the job actually resides on the printer, so there's no risk of accidental disconnection. Now my garage is still in a bit of a transitory state, but I needed a home for this thing pretty quick, so I whipped up a quick shelf in the back corner. And then I queued up my first test. I printed the same model in the same way with the same support settings on the RS Turbo and on my longtime reference printer. Alright, camera cranked to its absolute limits, mega zoom, 13-second exposure time. So they both look great, but take a moment. Do you see it? Look at the chest, the shoulder, the thigh. Smooth curved areas which all reveal layer lines. On the standard 50 micron printer, they're quite noticeable. On the Reflex, they are barely there, only at the worst points on the leg and the shoulder. Oh, and look at the hair as well. That's actually pretty pronounced. This, near as makes no difference, is equivalent to molded ABS for me. Now with that complete, I decided to try something more challenging. I bought this model of an ancient silver dragon on My Mini Factory a long time ago. Now I might have the guts to actually try and print it, starting with a wing. I expected a failure. I expected to have to do some tuning, particularly for the support connection geometry in the slicer, since this is a large heavy piece, but nope. First try, perfect. And that is something I was leery about. Whenever I have to learn a new slicer, inevitably I always have to tweak the support settings so that I don't get pock marks, but I also don't get breakaway. HeyGears Blueprint app includes auto supports like all other slicers, but I'm happy to say that the initial settings are good to go. I let the defaults ride and just click Auto Generate. One button, out of the box, and the print came out beautifully. Incidentally, I did another large print here with some larger flat surfaces to really test the adhesion. But it appears they nailed the settings, because listen to this. Alright, now back to the dragon.
This came out incredible. You can see it on the computer in the preview window that there's a lot of like skin micro detail. Uncanny. Let's do one of those fancy transitions. BAM! Silver dragon. Let's paint this sucker.
Heck yeah. This will be a fine addition to my collection of the 5 chromatics. Now I need to do the other 4 metallics, but that'll be for another video. Anyways, then I got on a roll. I printed some cyberpunk style cars, angling them up high, so this was a tall print. And these are heavy, dense, challenging prints. The Turbo RS handled all of them without issue. The curing station is pretty cool. It looks like a microwave, and it's able to heat as well as just cure. It also can connect over LAN, so when you send your job, Blueprint also sends ideal wash times and cure times to these machines. And then there's the washing station, which was very interesting. I have never seen a wash station like this before. Maybe they're common at the pro levels, but I'm used to the wire basket within the vat. What you get here is 2 vats. They're identical. This one's empty. This one I've already loaded up with detergent. And there is no wire basket. So I was like, having a spare is nice, but how do I get the part out? Well, here's how it works. You just dunk your print into the one that has the fluid in it. Then you run your wash. Okay. Well, admittedly I hadn't done this before, so you're going to need to put this on a solid surface, not a rickety shelf unit. It's kind of loud. I might have yelled that. Okay. Okay, so that's enough. The part is thoroughly washed. So now what you do, let's go to the workbench for this. Here's the empty one, and here's the full one. We just set it on top. Right here, we're gonna open the air switch to break vacuum. And then over here, and now it's draining into there. See? Fill it up. So now it's drained into the bottom one, and you can collect your parts. And then next time, they're reversed. So this one on the bottom is what I'll put the parts in, and you just keep trading the fluid back and forth. Nifty. Now don't get caught up in the machine's name, the Turbo. There's nothing turbo about it. It prints at the same speed as every other printer I've ever used. This is stereolithography. You have to have a few seconds to cure each layer, so there's no way to shorten that. As far as print success, it seems that the key difference here is the temperature-regulated resin vat. I've always turned down the expensive printers in the past, so believe it or not, this is the first one I've ever owned with a heated resin vat, and I finally get it. I did a direct side-by-side print of the same difficult model with the HeyGears and my longtime reference printer. Both of them live in my garage, and it's getting pretty cold out now. The latter failed. The HeyGears finished perfectly. Final verdict? Man, companies have been pushing screen resolutions up for years now, as if that really matters. Anything beyond an 8K screen is gonna look the same. It's the Z-axis precision of 50 microns that hasn't changed. So if you're looking to casually print great-looking miniatures for your tabletop gaming, you'll get perfectly serviceable results with a cheaper printer in the $300 to $400 range. Really, that's the truth. But if you want God-proof reliability and that incredible Z-axis precision, spring for the HeyGears Reflex line. It is a noticeable step change, both in the quality of the prints and the overall user experience. Invisible layer lines, heated vat, self-leveling build plate, everything works default right out of the box, even for beginners. At the time of this video, there is a Black Friday special going on, so check the links and information in the video description below. Till next time, I am WYLOCH. Make things and play games.